Hello and welcome to another episode of What Happened Here. And today we're at the new GAA complex in Boolabawn, home to Davidstown Cortnacuddy GAA club. Many battles have been fought here over the years, opposing sides trying to exert their dominance on one another and emerge victorious and have that victory go down in local stories. But we're here today to talk about another battle that occurred here over 370 years ago. One which pitched Irishman against Irishman, one religion against another, involved an earl and the papal nuncio sent to Ireland to defend the faith. Since 1603, at the end of the 9-Year War, English and Protestant domination in Ireland had been solidified. The defeat of Hugh O'Neill and Hugh O'Donnell and the flight of the Earls in 1607 meant that, for the first time, the administration in Dublin had control over the entire territory of the Kingdom of Ireland. From 1613, the constituencies of the Irish Parliament were changed so that Protestants, mostly settlers from England and Scotland, would be a majority in it, and it could pass anti-Catholic legislation. The Catholic elite lobbied for redress in a programme they termed the Graces, concessions to Catholics in return for increased taxes, but were disappointed by the response of King James I and Charles I, who promised reform but did not deliver it. Tensions came to a head in the early 1640s, and the war began by an attempted coup by a group of Catholic landowners led by Rory O'Moore and Phelim O'Neill. They planned to seize Dublin Castle and other strong points throughout the country, and when had done so, then they would demand equal rights for the practice of the Catholic religion, equal rights for Catholics for representation in Parliament. The coup, however, failed, and several of the leaders were arrested. Very quickly, though, the rebellion of 1641 grew out of the control of its initial leaders. Phelim O'Neill's followers began to attack the Protestant English and Scottish settlers in Ulster. In May 1642, on the initiative of the Catholic clergy, Irish Catholics formed what was, in essence, an Irish government at Kilkenny, the Confederate Catholic Association of Ireland. Charles I was at war with the English parliamentarians also at this time, and the forces loyal to the king were under the command of the Earl of Ormond, James Butler. In 1646, the Supreme Council of Confederates concluded a treaty, the Ormond Peace, with the English Royalists, whereby in return for a general amnesty and tacit toleration for Catholicism, Irish troops would be shipped to England to fight for the king. The treaty, however, caused deep division within the Confederate force. Many of the Confederates, especially those who had lost land during the plantations, and the Catholic clergy, were urged on by the papal nuncio, Gian Baptista Rinuccini, who felt that there was not enough concessions in the treaty for Catholics. Rinuccini's avowed mission in Ireland was the restoration of the full and public exercise of the Catholic religion in Ireland. The new military campaign, however, was a failure. 377 years ago, in 1648, a group of Scottish Highlanders under the command of Colonel Glengarry and the Kavanaghs, the O'Byrnes and the O'Nolans and other Irish Catholic families gathered here in Boolabawn to face an Anglo-Irish army under the command of the Butlers. The Confederate forces were defeated, and it was one of many defeats they suffered. The papal nuncio left Ireland at the beginning of 1649, and O'Neill died of disease, leaving the militant Catholic group leaderless. In March 1649, Westminster appointed Oliver Cromwell to lead an invasion of Ireland to crush all resistance to the new English Commonwealth and to avenge the massacre of Protestants in 1641. So once again, we see the major events in Irish history not being specific to a certain area, but being played out in every corner of rural Ireland.